nothing left for me to do.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, because the last one was I need to participate
in 350 races, and that was classed as a 350th race.
Oh wow, there you go.
So,
hello, Mark. How you doing?
I haven't killed you.
Have you got the stream, Dan?
Yeah, I got it. I'm good. No, just don't fuck around with it.
Hello.
I'm on a PS4 now, so you can do a share play from your.
Oh God, now you're asking. I haven't been made race director yet, so.
Oh, there's only two of us then. Okay.
So basically, Dad, you're going to be broadcaster, so you ain't going to do nothing.
Yeah.
Right? Yes, and Xmar will be on the cams.
Right.
Yeah, back to the good old days, mate. Congrats, that job's a good one.
Right. So,
Perfect.
am I going to be? What am I seeing then, Dan?
What do you mean?
How am I going to?
You're exactly the same. You won't be seeing anything. You'll just have whatever Xmar is changing to is what you'll see.
Yeah, but I'm not on share play, am I?
No, you're fine. You don't just ignore that.
Charlie, don't worry, I'll teach you about it.
Hey,
Thank
I've got
fuck someone
qualifications. I've got qualifications in IT, you know.
Yeah, back in 1995.
Actually, it was 1988, and it was a CSE Grade 3. And
Me, I wasn't far off.
yeah, and I programmed a BBC Model B computer. Martin will know what I'm talking about. Well, there you go. Well, it's a top end qualification. It's like a master's.
I don't really care. I don't really care, to be honest. As long as my iPhone can play porn and I can wank to it, that's all that matters.
Wow, there you go.
I mean, I feel like that's a prolapse thing, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe. All right.
Yeah, we're still sorting out.
So I still don't understand how that's going to work. To be fair, but
What? You're broadcasting. That's all it is.
So I'll see whatever Martin puts up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you remember Brands Hatch?
Oh, do I remember Brands Hatch?
Basically, Dad, when you're a broadcaster, right?
Yeah.
All you get is just basically a live broadcast of what's happening on the game.
Okay,
You
right.
get exactly
Yes,
what the viewers see.
yeah. Now, so shouldn't I have the clipboard, the clapperboard symbol at my name?
Yeah.
Why haven't I?
Because G's busy.
Oh, okay. Ah,
Fucking
approval
hell.
needed to be broadcasted. Okay, right. Yeah, not the clapperboard. I've got the other one, isn't it? So Mark
Yes.
will end up with the clapperboard because he's race
Yes.
director. Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm broadcast. Yes, I got it.
Yes. Fucking
All right.
hell. You're the BBC and he's the guy who stands behind the fucking camera. All right.
Right, you are.
Fucking Jesus.
Don't take that tone with me, Daniel. I'll come round there and kick your fucking ass.
You'd only last about 5 minutes.
But that's all it'll take.
Nah, too fast.
Be fucking shut up. Be fucking 2 hits. 1 hit. I hit you. You hit the ground.
Oh, fucking hell. Fury?
Absolutely unbelievable. Probably having a wank, to be honest.
Who else are we missing? Little Leech we've ditched.
Ditched? What? Get out?
Looty Mashuti disconnected.
Tier 1 and 2 on the same stream already.
So Fury and Ian is the only 2 we're missing. Well, Looty was in and then he disconnected.
Can we make a rule for next season?
No fucktards.
People who quit or retire or just leave the session, can they get a ban for the next race?
Yeah, well, I've got no say on that, but yeah.
Well, I feel like what happened to me at Algarve.
Yeah.
Was, Green Pie's fault.
Because I was minding my race. He decided to end his game by holding the middle button and disconnecting. Right? And then shortly after, then I disconnected.
So what you're saying is, if people have temper tantrums, they should be penalised for it.
I don't know if our internets were bouncing off each other, but as soon as he disconnected, I then went straight after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's,
well, I'll host Formula Renaults. He tells me what to do. I'll host it because Yeah, everyone. Yeah, and then I ended up running the stream, and everyone had no issues. Well, if I'm doing Formula Renault, he'll still run it and everything. I'll just host the event.
Who are you talking to, Dan?
G.
G? I can't hear G. Oh, because I got him muted.
Fucking muted him.
Oh, God, what a great thing that is. Hang on, how do I mute Dan?
I'm not going to say anything.
Still trying to teach Kelly how to use a PS4.
Yeah, I've only had it 5 years.
5 years?
Yeah, the great thing is he fucking sat on his headset the other night and broke his fucking only headset.
Oh.
I mean, I do have a spare one, but I don't have to give it to him or not.
I don't need your fucking spare one. Mine's fine.
Yeah.
Mine's fine.
I just got this image of one. I just got another one of him just hanging by the side of his head right now. It's just like.
No, it's all intact. It's all intact. I don't even use the headphones. I only use the mic because I've got all the rest of it's all pumped through my speakers. I just had that in beautiful stereo, Daniel. Thank you ever so much.
I once had to wear one headphone under the other one because one was
But Daniel, Hayley is tutting here.
Let's just go.
God, I'm so proud. Daniel.
Shut up, I'm in the wrong livery. I'm in the wrong fucking livery again. I gotta restart.
I'm going into game chat anyway.
Yeah, off you go.
Bye.
Bye. Watch out for your roof.
Yeah, you're not running. You're going to be on that all night, aren't you?
All night long.
You fanny. Bye.
See ya. Oh, you got them, have you? Oh, what, you on Discord? Yeah, because I was meant to ask who was in the running for it. I presume G's in the running. You already won it, have you? Are we live yet, G? Okay, give us a nod. G will tell us, won't you, G? Note. Excellent. I'm going to wing it as usual. And who's in that? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. We are here at Monza in Italy for the Tier 1 Clio Championship here on Motive Racing. My name's Kelly Davis, and I'm joined here in the commentary box by Martin Story, otherwise known as X-Mart. Good evening, Martin. I'm all right, mate. Yes. We've just had the Tier 2s. I don't know if you tuned in and watched the Tier 2 action, and we crowned a new champion in Delore in the Tier 2s. Yeah, some good racing we had, and a lot of rain and snow in the first races this evening in the Tier 2s. I haven't looked at the weather to see what's happening with the weather this evening with these guys, with the Tier 1 guys, yeah, looking. Have they got the same? Have they got rain and wind and snow and all that stuff? It was for half the race. It was there was a bit of a championship battle, although Delore had a lot of points at hand as they went into the race, and he managed to secure the championship with his brother in second. So there was some good racing. These Clios always, as we see Dan going absolutely sideways, try not to put it on his roof tonight. And he gets awfully ribbed, as our Daniel, about Clios. He's now the former Tier 2 runner-up in the Clios. He's been in the Tier 1s for all this season, these Clios are a handful. Have you managed to drive these ones, Mark, before?
Yeah, I've given it a go. They are definitely all over the place. Got a good setup and don't know what they're doing. So I was going to say, should we do a good rundown of the championship at the moment?
That would probably be. Yeah, that would probably be one of the sensible and professional things to do. So, let's do that. If you've got it there, let's have it.
I've got it in front of me now. So we all know he's currently on 306 points. He's had an outstanding season. What more can we say about him? He's won 5 races so far, so fantastic effort. But basically the race today for Tier 1 is between John Burney, Briscoe Steele, Matthew Morgan and Lucy. Those 4 is literally getting 3 points between their power.
Wow.
The G's going to be doing donuts and got those watching, so
Yeah, sorry, mate. Daniel just got it all wrong and just ploughed into the wall with that one. I was just noticing as you were saying. Sorry, go on, Mark.
No worries.
Yeah. Your boy's in here as well, isn't he? Yeah.
Leading the Tier 2 Clio, decided to move over from the Tier 2 over to Tier 1. As we know, see what he was doing with the McGowns on Sunday at Willow Springs.
No, I didn't see him because he went off into the distance and that was it. I didn't see him again. I only saw you as you went past me, and that was all I saw. That was all I saw of you guys. Yes, Laney driving really, really well. So he stepped up to this Tier 1, and he's as we go on board with him now. Laney MX-5. We don't hold that against him that he's an MX-5 owner. Other hairdressers' cars are available, so we don't discriminate for what people drive, even if they drive Hondas.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, he has. So he's disconnected from us anyway. So we're left on our own, Mark, with no safety net. None of the Motive boys to put us right. They just. That's right. Yeah, it's the sensible. It's the sensible night. We're gonna have maturity and not silly talk about pot noodles and stuff like that. So. We'll probably have intelligent conversation about hot hatchbacks and classic games consoles and things like that. So yes indeed. So we've still got 3 minutes in this session this evening. As you've got all the notes, Mark, what's the format for tonight? Have you got the format? Because because I've got the memory of a goldfish, and I can't remember from what. Yeah. Oh, in that he goes somewhere else on the Discord to come up with that information. So currently. We're on board with John Boy. As I said, he's one of the guys that's in the position to take the runners-up position. G's already won this. He's away with this one, the only G. He's way in front. So we've got a couple of contenders. John Boy's one of them. John Boy's been going really, really well in these Clios, and no slouch. Motor and Morgan also in this one, as well as a couple of other guys. In the comments. We haven't seen much of where's Nicky been recently. We haven't seen much of Nicky for the last couple of. Where has he been for the last couple of nights? I came up with some big news last night, and I was expecting a reply from him. You know how Lewis Hamilton hasn't actually signed for Mercedes; he's actually signed for Prolapse, exclusive one there. If people didn't know that, yeah, he's signed for Prolapse on a multi-year deal. He's £40 a year and all the Skittles that he can eat. And there is the Laney clause that he can't be teammated with Laney, only because he doesn't like MX-5s. But yeah, apart from that, Lewis Hamilton, your new man at Prolapse. I wind up and absolutely, mate. Last night I was giving away free tickets, and Prolapse were free tickets for the British Grand Prix, and Prolapse were paying. So yeah, where is Nicky? You know.
That's a good idea. Then let things out.
Yeah.
Marquee.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. As Prolapse got the budget for that? Can we run to something more than just Skittles? Yeah. Absolutely.
It's all about, you know. Anyway, we're just about finishing the practice session. I'd say I'm not in the Clio Discord channel, so I can't see what format it is, but it's going to be the usual.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, the formation map with the and yeah, we'll see how quickly we can get started with the formation.
Absolutely. Yes, I was just going to the Discord myself to have a look to see if I've got any information that you haven't. So if you want to chat on for a minute, Mark, I'll because I'm not very good at multitasking.
That's all right,
Okay, I've got yeah, so sorry mate, I just G is putting the starting grid up on the actual stream, and so he's got the starting order, and now I've missed it, so I don't know who's where. but great bit of graphics work there, G. We like that a lot. And it will be the only G that's the man at the back. So that.
Right. Sorted. I was just going to say, James, if you can hear me, tell me if the microphone's a bit better.
It's certainly louder where I am. I'm going to have to turn my big speakers down because yeah, it is louder, definitely. Right, so practice is over. Should be a sprint race that we're going to have first. The G is going to tell us the running order, no doubt, very soon.
Oh, really? Okay.
Okay, so we've got a bit of technical stuff to sort out. G's just let us know. You can't hear him, but he talks to us, and we've just got to sort out some stuff. So there might be a little interruption to the proceedings. So let's talk. So Mark, you're a Formula One fan, yes? Absolutely. Yep. Yeah. Absolutely. So, Lewis Hamilton, I said this last night on. I did this last night.
He's already sent me one.
Already sent you one. What, Dan?
Hello.
Hello, Daniel's here. What's on, Dan?
Thanks, Mark. If you go to party and then go to party settings, make sure audio sharing's on.
Let me double check that. So I'm on my PS4 now. So party settings, you say?
Yep, party settings, and then allow your voice to be shared.
Okay. Party settings. And allow voice to be shared. Yes.
It was not. It was on don't allow. Is that probably why it was a bit quiet then? Right.
So
Okay.
So I've just joined the new lobby. G, is that right? Yep.
Just received another invitation from G. Here we go.
G, what's the plan? Ooh.
Are we still on stream, G? Alright, okay.
Have you sent all the invites, G? Okay, no worries. I was going to do them if you hadn't.
Can someone remind me of the format for the tier 1s on this? You know, how long's the sprint? How many the times? Is it 20 minutes? And the feature?
Yeah. And there's a qualifying in between, isn't there?
Yeah. Usual. Yeah. Just checking. So you can ask me that question again, Kelly, when you come back in.
Yeah.
The feature is usually 2.25.
Yeah, 2.25 is the size times the feature rate.
Times the hypotenuse.
Yeah. Divided
what
by
is
pi.
it?
Yeah.
Is it 1 minute a lap on this track?
Yeah, pretty much.
Just under. So it's 20 laps.
Yeah.
20 laps roughly for the sprint and 2.25. So that's bloody hell. It's quite a few laps on the feature. About 50 laps.
Make it 50 laps, wouldn't it? Can't be that. No, it can't be that long, is it?
It's roughly 50 laps. Yeah.
Well, it would be. Doesn't always work.
Just slightly shy of it, maybe 45.
Yeah.
Cool.
Are we doing one feature? Are we just doing one feature race, or are we still doing sprint?
Yeah, we're still doing the sprint.
Okay, cool.
Just need to email guys here now.
Is that G? Is that graphic that you put up on the stream of the starting grid? Is that still correct? Still.
Gee, we've still got 5 minute practice. Should we just go straight to race? Because
no, because everyone will be muted and then we won't be able to hear G go through the order. It's only 5 minutes, it's fine.
Yeah, we did this. We tried it last time, and everyone didn't know what the hell they were. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
can't they figure it out? Like, shouldn't you look at the grid order and you think, like, I'm going to be at least within a couple of positions of wherever it says on the grid.
Right, let's go.
Right, I'm gonna. Did we say that grid order was right on the graphic?
Apart from Fury, who's on here.
All right, so he's not on pole then. Right, okay. I'll read it from the graphic.
So, he's got time to get in anyway.
Let us know when we go live. I'll let you lead at the start, Kelly, and try and be as fast and as quick as Andy speaks on it.
No, not a chance. Not a chance.
No, you've got to do that at the race start. You've got to be calm and collected for the quali, and then just go mad at the race start.
Yeah, and then
race,
sound like a girl.
For the feature?
Sound like a girl who's having her hair pulled all the way through the first lap.
For the lap one, yeah, just lap one, just talk at lightning pace.
Oh yeah, of course.
At the end of it, I'm going to go right at the end.
Right.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. If you have just joining us, welcome along. If you were following the stream just earlier, we had a couple of technical problems that we had to sort out, but we are back and we are having a 5-minute warm-up for these guys before this sprint race. Welcome to Motive Racing. This is Clio's, this is Tier 1, the last round of the season here at Monza in Italy. I'm joined by Exmar, or to give him his real name, is Martin Story. How are you, Martin? You alright?
I'm great, Kelly. Thanks for the intro. We're back again. Here we go. Quick 5 minutes, then on to the formation lap. Exciting stuff.
Yes, indeed. And just to recap, as I say, tier 1s these are. Last race of the season. The only G's got this one already in the bag. Run away with the points. So he's our champion. So the fight is for second place, which is between a few guys, isn't it, Martin?
It is, yes, absolutely. Let me just repeat what I said previously. Give me 2 seconds, I get that ready. So, yeah, let's say G's had a runaway season on this. Congratulations to him, fantastic as always. But yeah, you're right, there's basically between John Boy, Disco Stew, Motoring Morgan and Luton McShooty, that's what the race is all about over these next 2 races. There's literally 3 points between those 4 people, so it should be really exciting for those 4.
Yes, indeed. So they're the guys we've got to keep an eye on throughout these next 2 races. As I say, only 3 points. So the whole meeting is going to be important. The feature race, the sprint race is coming up in a moment. That'll be a short sprint race.
20 minutes, yeah.
20 minutes, yes indeed, and then we have another qualifying session for the feature race. The feature race will be a lot longer, somewhere around 45 minutes, probably about 40 to 50 laps, depending on how we get on and what our time constraints are by the time we get there. So all to play for this evening. We are looking forward to it. I certainly am.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say it's going to be exciting, this sprint, considering we got rain at the beginning and then snow halfway through. That's going to be exciting. Let's see how many people slide off and have a few little mishaps. I'm looking out for some hopefully clean racing, but you never know in those conditions, mate.
No, you don't, and these Clios are incredibly difficult to drive, and they're affected by the downforce as well, which is unusual because the Clio, I said this in Tier 2, the Clio Cup car, I don't know what the specs are, but it's probably no more than about 130, 150 brake horsepower car. It will have been set
more
up
than
for
that. More than that.
I don't think they're not a lot more, are they?
200, at least 200, mate. 200 brake horsepower.
Right.
Clio 200. The Clio 200 Cup's 200 horsepower.
Well, even so, they're not a very powerful car on the scale of things. If they're 200 horsepower, let's say that, for example, if they're 200 horsepower, then it's not a lot, and you would think that they would be absolutely planted being a small front-wheel drive car. But in this game, they're certainly not. They've got the back end characteristics of a V8. The back end it just flies around all over the place. They're very slipstream affected, so the slipstream is hugely important here, as most of this lap is this lap is basically it's as close as you're going to get to an oval at Monza, really. So it's down the back straight, it's around the world famous Parabolica, across the start finish straight, and then there's a little Mickey Mouse section that connects the 2 parts, and that's it. But considering that's it, and we've only just got these little Clio cars, there will be some great racing, and there has been all season, to be fair.
Yeah, definitely. We saw that when you and I first met each other underneath the moonlight.
Is that where it was?
Only joking. Yeah, at Brands Hatch, there was a lot of close racing at Brands Hatch, so I'm looking forward to making use of the old bumper cam again to see that close racing. Yeah, should be interesting stuff. So we're just coming to the end of the this little short practice here, just about to time down now to 0. Practice complete. Everybody just finished this lap, and then we'll be off.
Right, what I'm going to try and do is give you, we're a reverse grid for the feature race. So what I'm going to try and do is I have a graphic in front of me on my laptop, and I'll just run through the orders, how they're going to line up. It's going to be Lady MX5 is going to be your man on pole, Dewis Rocker second, Bod will be in third, Emo Guy fourth, Shoulders fifth, and 6 will be Unorthodox. Melted Dazzle will be 7th. Andy will be in 8th, and Luchi Mashuti will be 9th. In 11th, 10th will be Motoring Morgan. Disco Stew will be in 11th. Then you've got John Boy in 12th, and the only G will be bringing up the rear, being the last place, as he is the championship leader. So that is the way they're going to line up. What's going to happen is they're going to come off the line, they're going to get themselves into their grid order, and then we will have a rolling start for the first race this evening, which will be coming along very, very shortly as practice is over. We'll be getting to that in just a moment or two. Just before we got taken off earlier, and we had the technical problems, I was just going to get into some Formula 1 chat. I was joking earlier about Lewis Hamilton joining Prolapse. He hasn't actually joined Prolapse, unless there is something going on that I don't know about. But Lewis has signed a 1-year deal, Mark. Do you think that would be the last year for Lewis? Do you think it's he's starting to look at the retirement?
I didn't know that. Has he signed a 1-year deal?
Only a 1-year deal, yes. And
he's keeping his options open, mate. He's got the ability to do whatever he wants, I think.
My theory is that it's 1-year deal. I think he's going to have a reasonably easy run to an 8th championship. We've got a major rule change in 2022. He could dip out, at the top of his game before the young guns come along and get him.
Yeah,
that's my theory. But, hey,
it should be interesting. Yeah, when's the season starts? March, right?
Yeah, it is, because we've lost Australia already, haven't we? We've lost the Australian Grand Prix, so we're straight to Bahrain, I believe.
Wow, okay, got it. So, yeah, fantastic. So, the guys are all readying up. We've got time remaining here as 18 minutes.
Yeah, that will be, I think the clock will reset once again, once they've all synced up.
Yeah.
Remembering we do a formation lap to get the guys into grid order, the clock will start running once we get started. So, so we'll lose that 1 lap while they get into position. Of course, while they're doing that, the tyres are getting colder and colder. Not that the tyres ever particularly warm up on these cars, but the tyres will be getting colder and colder. And as you can see, those of you who are observant, it's started raining, it's bucketing it down.
It is.
Yes, indeed. So just going to make that so much more tricky, especially lap 1 in the spray is going to be very tricky indeed.
Let's get to the track side of the front here. Are you ready, John Boy?
Yeah.
Oh, of course, we're just doing the Formula 1.
Yeah, I'm getting excited now. I moved right to the edge of my seat, ready to start getting excited about this first lap. And having a bit of I was getting my high-pitched voice on, ready to do the Andy first lap, but didn't need to do that. So they're going to get themselves into position here. Is what these guys are doing right now. So as I said before, it'll be Laney on pole, as he's the new boy. He's out there already, out in front. The guys will be briefed of where they need to be. Probably G will be in the game chat screaming at them now to get themselves into the right order. It's up to them to get themselves in the right order. Laney will be your man in front, so it'll work like Formula 1 really, without the safety car. As soon as he's come around the last corner and he's somewhere like it, it's up to him when they're in position, when he pulls that trigger and when he goes. So lead car being Laney, he's keeping his tyres warm, as you can see.
Yeah.
So very quickly, Martin, as they come down the back straight, who's your money on for winning this one?
Oh, you always ask me this one. I said Laney last time round, didn't I? I'm not going to put my money on him. Is he putting enough? Hang on, looks like Laney's off here. Hang on a sec. He did the same as what he did similar to what he did at Willow Springs, where he pulled off and away he went. They're off. So Laney's in front. Yeah, Laney's in front.
Yeah, as they cross the start-finish line.
DeHuis Rocker, go for it, mate.
Yeah. We're green as we go across the line. We're on board with Bod at the moment, so we're underway in the rain here at Monza, and it's Laney leading him away. He's your man who's made the break, and goes wide straight away.
Just
Laney.
gone wide there already.
Oh, it's tricky, that section. Dan will tell you, because he's usually on his roof. So DeHuis Rocker's gone into first, is he?
Yes, Rocker into first. He's also gone off as well. They're finding it very tricky. Very tricky getting used to this new this situation with the rain. Really, really tricky out there. So Laney's gone back up into first. We've got Bod second. We've got DeHuis Rocker third. We've got Shoulders in fourth. We've got Dan Unorthodox in fifth. Emo Guy coming up in sixth. Melted Dazzlet in seventh. Andy coming up in the eighth now. Luton McShooty, who's obviously up for potentially getting second, as is Motoring Morgan, as is Disco Stew in 11th, and John Boy in 12th, and of course the OG bringing up the rear, but he's already starting to make a move now. He's already taken a move of John Boy. They'll be flitting back and forth between 12th and 13th, but let's get back to the front. Over to you.
Yes, and Laney, as you said, back in front, doesn't make the same mistake twice in that turn one. He's got it under control this time. So Laney's he's nearly pulling a second now on Bod. So it's Laney in first and just about everybody else in second at the moment. As they come round, you can see these things sliding as they come onto the back straight here. That little section in between is really quite tricky, and in these conditions, even trickier this evening. As you can see, the rain absolutely belting down.
Chucking it down.
Yeah, don't adjust your set. There isn't something wrong with your telly. That is how much it's raining here in Italy this evening. So all good start and clean start from these guys. No real dramas. Laney really had the worst of it with a little tap on the wall. Other than that, these guys are being very, very well behaved this evening, considering it's the last meeting of the season. And where are we with our championship? So it's probably Motoring Morgan is the furthest up the grid at the moment out of the guys who are battling for that coveted runner-up
position. He's just gone up to 7th now. He's just gone up to 7th now, so he's in a good spot to potentially get that coveted second place, mate.
Absolutely. So we had the touring. No, we didn't. We had the GTEs last night, which the only G won that one from Cinderella Tour. And I said it last night. To be second place to G, I would take that. I would absolutely take that. The way I've been driving it, to be second place to anybody would be a bonus, to be fair. But yes, it's the four guys: Motoring Morgan, John Boy, Luty McShooty, is it? And who's the other one? Disco Stew.
Disco Stew, that's right, mate. Just going on the bumper cam here, you can see the amount of spray the guys are getting. It's fantastic, mate. You can see the amount of spray they're getting off. Let's go back a little bit and see what it's going down. There's quite a few more cars back here. But you can see how they're coming in tight into this corner. Just gone slightly. Come back in tight there. Nice move there by Disco Stew, coming in tight there from that position. He was now moved up into 7th place. And the G is making. Nasty little crash there that's gone on there. We missed that one. But
it's looking a bit snowy that now, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yes, the snow has come in already, starting to come in. Looks like the snow in Kent. Have you had any snow where you are, down your neck of the woods in Cornwall?
We don't have snow. We don't snow. Never heard of it. It's the Sunshine State. We don't have snow.
It is. It's like California of England, right?
Exactly. Funny you should say that. We had a small sprinkling this morning, and it really was a small sprinkling. If I'd gathered it all up in the garden, I may have been able to make a snowball. It was a bit of nothing. It snowed for a couple of hours this morning, but didn't really stick, and that's kind of Cornwall for you. It doesn't snow very often down here. I think the rest of the country's had plenty though, hasn't it? You know, so
It has, yeah, absolutely. So anyway, let's have another look. So Laney's still keeping it strong, although he's not too far ahead of DeHuis Rocker. So Laney's still keeping it solid there. The snow is starting to come down. Let's see how this forms on the track, see if it does. See if it starts to make things a bit more slippy. There's obviously still some standing water there that Laney's just going through there now. But yet, DeHuis Rocker's only 700ths behind. Emo's come up into third place. He was down sort of midfield. Fair play to him. Melted Dazzler, so he's the one who's potentially up to get second place, having a storming drive, as is Motoring Morgan. Good old N-Dubs. Well, what can I say about him? He's getting there, little by little. But yeah, it's... Oh, look at that, four wide. Look at that. This is going to play out in the corner.
And Dan gets pushed into the wall there a little bit.
Dan, unlucky, mate. Unlucky. So, Motoring Morgan came off pretty well out of that one. And Emo is leading that group of 3 behind Laney and DeHuis. So... yeah, it's still pretty tight, mate. Still pretty close.
Yes, indeed. And just incidentally, 220 brake horsepower in these things.
220,
so you weren't,
nice.
yeah, you weren't bad. 1.6 litre 4-cylinder turbocharged, front-wheel drive, 6-speed, 0 to 60, about 5 seconds. Top speed of just a smidge under 150 miles an hour, which, as a road car, is probably a bit of a that was close, Morgan. Yeah, that was so close.
What was the 0 to 60, did you say?
5 seconds.
It's not bad, is it?
It's alright,
these
it's alright.
handy cars.
It's not bad, and considering this would be...
Hang on, we've just had a little bit of a tussle there in that corner. They come back out on it again, no problem at all. Emo got caught up a little bit with Melted Dazzler, but they're all come out of it nicely by the end of it. Sorry to interrupt you, Kelly.
No, not at all. That's what we're interested in, is the action. Everything else is just filler, isn't it? You know, so yeah, my specs are, I mean, I'm getting them off the Palmer Sport website, so this would be my statistics here would be for the race car version of these, you know. So being I don't have a weight on it, but being that they would be reasonably light, stripped out and on slick tyres and all that kind of thing, so they're a handy little car for sure. I mean, the Clio always has been the sporty Clios, haven't they?
They always have. I think I did tell you at Brands Hatch I hired a Clio 197 and drove it around the Nürburgring, the Nordschleife in Germany, and that was just absolutely outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. It could keep. Yeah, I was going to say it could keep up with M3s and 911s, no problem, because that is such a twisty, windy circuit. I got to learn that one playing. What's the Forza? I got to learn the track playing Forza a few weeks before I went, and it really helped, because I mean, wow, that track's got God knows how many corners. It's a 13-mile track or 13-kilometre track?
So something like that. Yeah, the North. It's on my life list. It's on my life list to go and drive it. Yeah, I'm gonna take my Volkswagen van and put it round there. Absolutely. My Cupra, probably the van, to be fair. That's
get the Cupra around there.
I know. But what I really want to do is in an ideal world, I want to, because we camp in the Volkswagen van, so I want to go on a bit of a road trip with the van and then end up at Nuremberg and do the Nordschleife with the van. It's on my life list, and I'm the same. I learned the track on Forza, and me and Dan, if I ever picked a track, I would pick the Nordschleife, and Dan would.
Seriously, it's not an expensive weekend. You know, you get the Eurotunnel, drive down. You can drive it. If you set off at 5 in the morning from, say, London, for you it's going to be a bit further. You're basically, if you set off at 5 a.m. from, say, London area, you can get there for like 4 p.m. German time, and you can get just on the tail end of the day, and then go and have some beers and some currywurst, nice bit of currywurst and chips out in Germany. They like to eat well out there when it comes to sausage and chips. That's all they bloody have out in Germany, in the Nordschleife. And obviously a nice pint of beer. Anyway, just getting back. Stop talking about that. But 3 abreast coming into the tight corner here. Who just come off there?
Oh, it's Daniel. Daniel again.
No, I don't think it was Daniel actually, mate. I think it was Melted Dazzler, but he managed to keep it together back round, and he still didn't lose too much there, mate. So, oh, hang on, we've lost. So, Who's Rocker has got ahead of Laney. Laney's now half a second behind him. Come on, Laney, what's going on?
But look at third.
Yes, Motoring Morgan, mate. He's on for potentially getting second place. Good on you, mate. You know, keep them honest in the rest of this this race. So Luton McShootie's oh bless him. I mean, he did pretty well when I spoke to you. Did the commentary at Brands Hatch, mate. Shame he's having a bit of a mare in this one, but you know, he's always got the feature to come back in. But it stopped snowing.
It has. Funny old day, isn't it?
It's not really much of a bloody snowstorm, is it? Let's be honest.
No.
You know,
it's, we're about 12 minutes into this race, and it's rained, it's snowed, and now it's getting sunny. Let's hope these guys don't have to do a tyre change, because it's drying up very quickly, and the virtual world does that, doesn't it? It changes. It does extremely quickly.
Yeah, I don't think anyone. There's still quite a few wet patches out there, so I can't really see anybody coming in for tyres unless they're a little bit mad. I personally wouldn't.
No.
But yeah, well, now the weather's getting back to what it should be in Italy at any time of the year. I mean, look, Italy's a beautiful country, lovely weather out there. But anyway, look at this. We've got 5 pretty close. I'm going to go on the bumper cam for this now. We've got a bit of the spray out of the way just to see how we're doing from that angle. Your man Dan is coming in. Let's see how he takes his corner. Let's see how good. He's listening to me now, you see.
Oh,
we got someone was a bit naughty coming in there. In front of him. Was that Emo? Was that Emo?
Oh, Ian, stop it! You're picking on my boy again. he did enough pushing and shoving me round Willow Springs on Sunday night. Now he's pushing Dan around.
Absolutely. There's Andy right in the middle of the pack. He did extremely well in Willow Springs in the McGann. He's always a bit handy in the McGann. I've got to watch him because I'm in chance of winning that championship. And Andy, if you're listening,
Bod goes wide. He goes past him.
Bod goes wide. I say, Andy, if you're listening, be good to me, mate. Be good to me. You know, first chance of winning the championship against me and John Boy. John Boy's a handy driver.
What's that for the touring cars?
For the touring cars, yeah. John Boy's in first. I'm 4 points behind John Boy, and then to be quite honest, third, fourth, and fifth, even down to Andy's got a chance of winning it mathematically. So
it's great, isn't it? It's the only championship I'm actually driving in, and I haven't got a clue who's winning it, or whatever. I've just been so concentrated on keeping myself on track. I haven't really followed the actual. Who's that pushing? Is that Daniel? That was Daniel giving a nudge, I think.
Dan giving a little bit of a nudge, sort of edging his elbows out a little bit. Emo's, you got Endub's not far behind. Emo's sliding out there,
right
not
up.
very
Daniel's got a sniff now. He's riding his slip now.
He's got him. I think he's got him.
Watch him get in his slip and try and.
Let's see how this corner comes. Let's go to trackside view on. Let's go to trackside view on this one now. See how this ends up with these two. Oh, now, mate, they're coming down this corner. Here we go. Let's see who's going to take it. We've got Emo's just edging it. Is he going to do a bit of an undercut? Is Dan going to do an undercut?
Inside. Yeah,
he's going for an undercut. He's going for the. I can't do it. Tight corner. Well defended there by Emo. Let's go back up the track to the leader. Still fairly close behind. You've got Laney, who's actually drifted off a little bit. Actually, he's gone down to 1 second behind Who's Rocker. And awesome name, by the way, Who's Rocker.
Yeah.
Whatever, you know.
Whatever that means.
Whatever that means.
He goes wide.
He's gone wide.
He's gone wide. Laney's got to run up the inside. Motoring Morgan's in there as well. Look.
Commentary to curse. Am I another one who's going to give the commentary curse? Oh my God! Sorry, Who's.
It's really strong.
The force is strong. The force is strong, Luke.
The force is strong with this one.
Motoring Morgan's taken advantage of that, and obviously he's in. Oh, and Laney's coming on the inside.
Who's Rockers in as well.
Oh,
they hurt each other.
That was a little bit opportunistic, if you don't mind me saying so, DeHuis, but hey, you know, who are we to say?
We just chat about it, but yeah, you're quite right. It did look a little bit, as Motoring Morgan's now trying to break the slipstream of Laney behind him as they come down to Parabolica, and it's drying out so quick, look.
It is.
It's looking really quite sunny out there now. Laney just trying to get into.
DeHuis has gone off. His tyres are going off because of that point now. Because you're coming back to your point earlier about the tyres are not really now suited for the conditions. You can see people are using the wet areas to cool down the tyres, because obviously the tyres are going to start to heat up now.
Yeah, they're going to burn through them reasonably quickly. So as you say, they're searching for wet patches on the track to try and keep them cool. Only got another 3.5 minutes to get this one done. So Motoring Morgan is in cracking good position for the championship at the moment, because his closest rival for this one is Disco Stews. They're in 4th, I believe. So yes, indeed. Morgan needs to keep this together. He's either looking for wet patches or trying to break the slipstream of Laney. So
absolutely.
Yes, it's only a couple of minutes left, so Morgan wants to keep hold of this one, but I'm sure Laney's not going to let it go. A sniff of a win's a win, and if he goes for a sniff of that win, he's gonna have it.
DeHuis is off again.
Oh, it's all going terribly wrong.
I know, bless him. Oh my God, he was doing so well. Yeah. And that's the way the cookie crumbles in this game. That's the beauty about sim racing, right? You know, you can be flying high, doing extremely well, then all of a sudden, combination of conditions, tyres start to go off, and you focus. Your concentration goes off. I was when I did the GT race yesterday, when I forgot I was in 3rd place, so I was in 2nd place, taken off on the straight, and it was a racing incident. But thereafter, as soon as I got back on the track, I just couldn't get my head back in it. You know, it
happens like that, doesn't it?
It does, mate.
Absolutely.
So that's focus, mate. That's what it's all about. This cameraman
getting
is
in that
crap on this corner.
It is. That cameraman's rubbish. He must be. He must have been promoted. He must have been promoted from pit crew. He's been promoted from pit crew because they're useless. So he's probably been promoted from them. As Melted Dazzler has got past. Where's DeHuis? Rocker's gone right back down.
DeHuis is right back.
Yeah, he's gone right down to 9th.
Right.
8th or 9th.
Yeah, 8th place.
Look at this! Look at this!
Oh my God, DeHuis! What are you doing, man?
Who was that with him? Was that Bod?
That was basically
Bod, wasn't it?
I think you're right, mate. Yes, it was Bod, mate. Yeah.
They caught each other in a straight line. Oh, guys. Yes, indeed. So, talking about sim racing, you need to get in that group. If you want to get involved in sim racing, or you like what you see, go over to the website at motiveracing.com. Get involved on the Facebook, Instagram, whatever else. There's spots. The new Clio Championship starts early March, so you can put your name down now if you want to be involved. You want to get involved with it, or if you think you can do better than me and Martin are doing in the commentary box. Sign up to be a commentator, or even a steward if you know you're racing. You can do all these things and be involved with the premier sim racing channel of Motive Racing. Forget all those esports or whatever they are. I don't even know what that's all about, Who wants to watch George Russell?
Here we go, there's a bit of tightness here coming on towards the end here. Now you've got Melted and Disco side by side down here now. And
are we going to get another lap in? I don't know if we are. I don't know if it's going to be tight.
It's going to be very tight, man. Let's have a look.
I don't know if you want to move to Morgan, that's it. Yeah,
I'm going now if this bloody cameraman can sort himself out. Here we go. You're right, mate. This is the last lap by the looks of it. I don't think it's going to cross the line in time. So there we have it. We have a winner in Motoring Morgan. There's flashing his lights. Fair play to you, mate. You've done extremely well. Laney's coming in 2nd place there. Just a second behind him also. Melted Dazzler. And here we go, right towards the end here. Let's go. Oh, they've already gone over.
They've already got over the
line. Sorry. Emo's just done a nice little spin on the side there. DeHuis is coming over. Some close finishes there.
Yes,
Shoulders, Bod, and Luty McShooty coming back in 11th. And to close out, I missed the person to close out. Oh, and I've just received a trophy for being director.
Oh, well done. Well done.
On PlayStation.
You did such a good job that you got yourself a trophy. That's fantastic. So,
Fantastic.
as you can see, Motor Morgan for the win. We don't know where that puts him in the championship, but it's certainly going to help. We'll certainly we'll give you some updates on that. Laney in second, Motor Dazza third, Unorthodox. Good drive from Dan to come back from fourth to fourth. Disco Racing Stew is another one in the hunt for the second place. We'll see how things have panned out for him. Emo Guy Ian in sixth, John Boy seventh. 8th Dehuis Rocker after such a good showing, all kind of went Pete Tong for him. 9th would be Shoulders, and 10th was Bod, rounding up the top 10.
Absolutely, I'm just jotting everybody's names down here. So yeah, I mean, I was a bit. I feel for Dehuis Rocker. He completely started to lose it in that race. He had it under control. Clearly, he had some challenges with his tyres, and he was a bit naughty in a couple of spots there. But that's racing at the end of the day. And fair play to motoring. Laney did well. Not surprised with Laney. He's a man to watch out in motive racing over the next few seasons, I would definitely say. So yeah, great racing, mate.
Absolutely, good racing indeed. We're going to take a short break, and we will be back for qualifying for the feature race, and we will try and update you on some of the championship stuff in a minute. So don't go away. You've got a minute or so to go and get yourself a cup of tea. Come back and join us in just a few moments. I was going to say, he's there, G. Who knows?
So I've got to look at the stream.
Yeah, I don't know if we're still on audio or not, that's the thing.
Yeah.
We clear, Dan? Or G?
We're
Okay,
clear,
thank
yeah?
you.
Cool, okay.
Cool.
Gee, the guys in the lobby are saying, could we do a shorter race? Maybe like a 40 lap race instead of a 45, because I don't know. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Nah, I'll do 40. 40's choice.
Is this going to be a new lobby, G?
Here we go.
Do I need to set a track then or something? It's asking me. Oh, hang on. It's weird. Oh, okay, here we go. It's bloody PS4 slow machine. Seriously, it's so much slower firing this up. So Kelly, I'm sort of compiling a rough idea of numbers for the second place, so I can talk about that in the stream, because it's quite interesting. Okay, I've got it.
Oh shit, I'm in the wrong car, fuck. Fuck's sake, every time.
It's only livery though, isn't it?
I better jump out and jump back in the right one, because it doesn't feel right otherwise.
No. Bad
It
luck.
doesn't feel like it's me in the car. No, it's just not. It doesn't feel like it's me in there. It feels like it's someone else.
Know what you mean.
Yeah, that's alright. It's like when I was in the touring cars and I drove the wrong livery. It just didn't feel right. Who are?
I'm going to ban you. Going to ban you from Motive for months.
I'm getting banned from my own league.
Exactly. Right. So when do we go live? Let us know. We don't. No rush, I suppose. I don't think Kelly's about, but Martin Story here, ready to kick off the qualification for the feature race. So here we go, a few people in the pits here.
Can you hear me now, Martin?
Oh, you're here now, mate. Yeah, absolutely, buddy.
User error on the mute button. Sorry about that, folks.
No worries.
Yes, we are back with the Tier 1 last race of the season for this season here at Monza. For the moment, it's dry for qualifying. We had a wet, snowy, dry, hurricane, meteorite kind of day for the last race. We had all the weather, all the seasons. Seems to be dry here for a moment, but I think weather will be changeable in the feature race, which we will be doing after this qualifying session. The only G has this one wrapped up for the championship, but second place, the runner-up.
Let me tell you.
Yes, I was just going to ask you, Martin, if you had the facts that I need.
Yes, I have. I've been doing some mathematics, and I've been doing just checking all the point system at Motive, and basically because Motoring obviously won the sprint, absolutely fantastic race. So of the four people we need to keep our eyes on for second place, we've got Motoring Morgan, Disco Stew, John Boy, and Luther McShooty. Now, as it stands at the moment, because Motoring Morgan won that race, he's currently on 251 points. Disco Stew is second on 241 points, so a good 10 points clear by Motoring. So Disco on 241, John Boy on 235, and Luty unfortunately on 222. So I think we can fairly say that Luty's probably out now in terms of second place. Unfortunate, but give it a good try. So really, we got to keep our eyes on Motoring Morgan and Disco Stew now, Kelly. So it's not completely out for John Boy, mathematically possible just at a long shot, but after being Motoring Morgan and Disco Stew get extremely low positions in the race. So yeah, Motoring and Disco, the men you need to look out for, mate. Over to you.
Okay, yes, good. We'll watch them through. Motoring Morgan with the 10-point advantage as we get into this final round. As they're all kind of avoiding each other on the main straight. I don't know who that is, who stopped on the main straight and nearly got collected by somebody else. We're on board with Bod. I believe that's Dan Unorthodox right behind him and taking advantage of his slipstream. The slipstream very powerful round here, as we've said before, as they come round the parabolica and onto the start-finish straight. Yeah, all to play for this evening. Currently at the moment, Melted Dazzler is your fastest man on track with a 1:55.0. A lot of guys in the 1:55, very short lap, only just under a minute long. It's basically two straights and a couple of corners, 3 corners in total, really. It's not a long lap. Small margins are going to make the difference. Melted Dazzler on pole at the moment. Dehulis Rocker only 9/100ths off as changes. John Boy goes fastest. First man in the 54s this evening for this session on a 1:54.9. As I say, only a couple of hundredths in front of Melted Dazzler, in front of Lucy McShooty. So it's all change, and it all will in the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and as you can see with these cars, now the weather is good. They'll all be on slick tyres. The margins, as they were in previous races, so tight now. I mean, look at that. You've got times here, all in the 54s. We've got a few in the 55s, but that's a solid lap, 54 seconds.
Yes.
And Laney has gone fastest. Fair play to him. He's gone into the pits now to maybe sort of make it. Oh no, he's come back out again now. He did, we were having a discussion the other day that he finds that, like as it is with many of the cars here, that your fastest laps typically your tyres tend to roll off after the 3rd lap. Right, so you're out for an out lap. You're in for warming up your tyres on the 2nd lap. It tends to be the 2nd or 3rd lap. This is what Laney was experiencing in the Megans when he did an outstanding fastest lap in the feature, which I was very close behind him. I think we were the only 2 drivers that got into the 118s at Willow Springs. So absolutely, I think where Daniel said it was a boring track, I actually love that track, to be honest, Willow Springs.
I like it. It is fast, and there isn't a lot of overtaking opportunities, that's for certain, sure. I like it. I like the track. I can see that Shoulders has already got a red mark to his name, so that means he's got a penalty of some description.
Speeding in the pit lane, maybe. It's got to be.
Yeah, could well be.
I was gutted yesterday in GT, sorry to cut across you. I was doing pretty well in the feature, and then I went into the pit lane and sped in the pit lane coming in for my manager pit stop. I swear it can't be more than 1 or 2 kilometres over the speed limit, mate. I was gutted. 10 seconds? Oh no, because that's the kind of stuff you get.
I was commentating on that one last night, absolutely, and yes, I mean the only championship I'm driving in is the touring cars, and every single meeting I've had some sort of pit stop issue, and mostly speeding in the pit lane. It is so fine, the margins, but rules are rules, and that's what we've got to stick to, and what we've got to play with. The only man now not in the 54s is Emo Guy, who's in the pits at the moment. He's still in the 55s. Everyone's in the 54s now. The whole field covered by 6/10.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
It is
unbelievable when you see that. You'd never see that in GTE or Formula Renault or GT3. This is the beauty of driving these Clios, and long may it continue as a fixture in the Motive calendar.
I think it will, my friend. Yeah, I think it will. I think we've got someone on. That's only G. He's just cutting the grass.
He's having a laugh out there. He's chilling out.
Yeah, he's going to get his. Fernando Alonso deck chair out and just sit
He's
there and
waving
watch
to
it
the
go past.
crowd.
Yeah.
He's waving to the crowd as he drives on the grass there and say, "Hey, yeah, I'm the champion. Don't worry
Yeah.
about me. Just look at Motoring Morgan."
Yeah.
So, just coming back to pit lane speeding, just to make a comment on that. More often than not, and I'm guilty on this one, more often than not, when you're doing your practice on these tracks, people don't practice the pit entry enough.
No.
They don't see how you should get into it, where the entry point is, and I mean, look at Long Beach. Look at how you get into the Long Beach entry point for that. You've got to practice your pit lane entry a couple of times at least.
Absolutely, and your exit. I mean, I've been caught out on Brands. I got caught out on Brands. Just let the release go a little bit too early. Got a penalty. So yeah, it is something that you need to practice if you're going to get involved with this. It definitely needs the practice. If you've got any comments, please do make some comments on the YouTube channel. I don't see, the last person I've seen is the only G who's made any comments.
I'm going to go and have a look.
Yeah, go and have a look, Martin. See if anybody said anything. It's not coming up on mine for some reason. The last thing I saw was G commenting no, which was ages ago. So make some comments. We've got 13 people watching from what I can see and 19 likes, so that's pretty good. What I think happened is some people have dropped off, maybe just gone to get a cup of tea while qualifying.
Cup of tea, come back again.
Yeah,
absolutely.
For the feature race. Yes, and these Clios always throw up some action, so don't go far. Come back and watch. As I say, get involved on the website at motiveracing.com, or as I said, just throw us a comment, just say hi and whatever. The comments have been really quiet tonight. Where is your mate Nicky? Where is he?
I've sent him a WhatsApp message. He must be drying his hair or something.
Oh,
God
he must be. Yeah, must be washing his hair. Maybe he's borrowed Laney's MX-5 and he's gone to get some scissors and a comb. We're missing you, Nicky, wherever you are. You're not in the comments, and you're usually lighting up the comments with rainbows. So I'll be. Nice to see Nicky back in the comments. Or as I said, just make a comment. Just let us know you're there, and we'll read them out. We can do birthdays, weddings, bar mitzvahs.
Do you know you reminded me of there when you? Do you know you reminded me of there when you goes nice to see? You went nice to see. I thought you was going to do like an impression. Nice to see you. To see you.
Good game.
Good game. So you wouldn't get this kind of chat in the Formula 1. You wouldn't get this kind of chat in the Formula 1 box between Martin Brundle and forgot his name.
They certainly don't do impressions. That's for certain sure.
They certainly don't do impressions. The other one that you reminded me of there. Actually, do you remember Jimbo in Bullseye?
Oh, lovely smashing great. Look, we would have won.
Lovely smashing great.
You're gonna play for the car.
Smashing great. You don't get nothing for two in a bed.
Two in a bed. Not in this. Stay out of the black and in the red. Get nothing in the game but two in the bed, something like that. Yeah.
and this is what you could have won.
Look what you would have won. Look what you would have won. Lovely smashing great.
Oh mate, you cracked me up. You freaking cracked me up.
Look what you would have won, and you'd probably get an Austin Montego or something terrible.
That was
something
it.
that would have rotten away before they even got it home. Do you know what I mean? Something horrendous, or a caravan,
or a boat. And they live in the middle of the bloody country, not near any
a speedboat. Or Jim ain't got nothing to it with. So, don't need port.
Brilliant, mate. Brilliant. Anyway, we're trying to keep our people entertained here. Half of them are probably thinking, Bullseye? What's Bullseye?
I was just going to say, bit of a target reference for some of the younger viewers. Look it up on the Google. It's probably funnier in reminiscing than it is actually in real life. So, but as the only G is, what is G doing? He was doing some rallycross. Now he's back in the pits. Yeah,
we've probably cracked him up, right? That's why he's gone off the thing.
He's not taking it seriously tonight, is he? Not really. Right,
G. G, if you're hearing me, take it seriously, mate. Take it seriously. Every race is a race.
That's right. You don't see Lewis fooling around, do you? Hey?
Nah.
Come on. That's it.
You've got to show you've got to be mentor to all these other drivers out there, G. That's what you're about now, right?
Mental?
So
I think he's already that.
Well, the mental is definitely
Mentor.
part of that. Yeah.
So we got 2 minutes left to go, and it's Laney on pole at this moment as we speak. But all to play for. Dan is
Look at Dan.
1,000ths behind.
Look how close he is.
Yeah,
wow,
absolutely.
That's close.
But again, look, the whole field, all the way down to Emo guy, who's still in the 55s, is 1 second, or less than 1 second, over the whole.
He's coming across. He might get a 54.
Yeah, he might
Let's have a
improve
look.
here.
No, he hasn't.
No, I don't know what he's
unfortunately,
playing
Emo.
around at tonight in that Clio. I don't know if he's spilt his iron brew or what. I don't know. But I don't know what he's playing at in this qualifying session. But I'm sure he'll give us a good race. He normally does. Yeah, Emo guy, the last man at the moment. But as I said, only a second off the ultimate pace. The whole grid. I mean, look, down to 10th. Down to 10th is less than half a second. Somebody in the background went wide and crashed into the wall. I don't know if that was John Boy, Disco Racing Stu, one of them, crashed into the wall at the back there.
Andy's flashing away
that's
there.
that's Daniel flashing his lights, isn't it?
Was it Dan? Oh, it is Dan. Yeah.
He's in the green 16. He's in. Obviously lining himself up for another hot lap, see if he can just improve by the smallest of margins. So all these guys going to have another crack at it. Of
Look
course,
at the state of Andy's car. He's scratched up right along the side of the bloody wall there.
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to have to. He's going to get some a slap on the wrist from his mechanics, because they may have to change their headlights or something, because that's all they're good at. So just like Formula One, the last, or most disciplines to be fair, last man across the track at the end of the timing can complete that lap and finish that lap. So we've still got 26 seconds, so anybody who comes across the line now can finish that qualifying lap, as we're on board with Andy at the moment. These guys, Andy and Dan in front of him, trying to, are they working together maybe? I know they're good friends. Are they working together and getting that slip? We get a flash of lights from Daniel as he moves over. Is he letting Andy through?
He's giving him a bit of a toe,
they're playing slipstream games, those two, aren't they? That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
So let's see. Andy's all crossed up as he goes to Parabolica, and all crossed up on the way out as well. Yeah,
let's see
too
what
much
he ends up.
speed.
Let's see if he improves though. He's on a 54.606.
Yeah.
Let's see if he improves up from 7th place. Let's see.
No, and he bails out of it.
No,
Only
he's
man
gone,
left
he's
on
bailed
track.
Yeah.
John Boy's still on track. Where's he? No, he's in the pits, and that's it.
It's all in now. It's all over. Yeah, right.
Yep.
Well,
so Laney's on pole with a 54.3. Daniel with 1,000s in second place. Luigi Masciuti third. John Boy fourth. Motoring Morgan fifth. Disco Racing Stew sixth. And I've lost the rest of them. So we will be going into the feature race. 40 laps for the feature race. This is a standing start on this one. And we have a pit stop as well. Mandatory pit stop. Which I don't know when the pit window opens.
Pit window, I should have checked on that one. It's probably going to be around about 10
12
or so.
Laps. Yeah, 10 or 12.
Because it's 40 odd laps here, right? So it's going to be somewhere around that point.
Yep, so people to look out for. The championship really is between Motoring Morgan and Disco Racing Stew, isn't it? Who are 5th and 6th. 5th and 6th on the grid at the moment. 10 points between them
at the moment. Yeah, so Disco's got to put in a bit of work to get in ahead of Motoring. Where are they on the? So they're close together on the starting grid. Look at that, 5th and 6th.
They're the guys to watch for the championship, or for the second place of the championship, being that only G has got the championship sewn up at the front. So these guys are racing for second. It's still a mathematical possibility for a couple of others, but unlikely. Although anything can happen. You could end up on the roof, like Daniel has in the past. You could end up speeding in the pit lane if you're speeding fast enough. It was a 10-second penalty or a disqualification if you're going too fast. So all those things can happen. So we're just waiting now for the guys to get readied up, and we'll be underway for the last race of this season.
Absolutely, yes. Here we go. I like the livery on Laney's car with the Project Cars colours. It's very. There you go. Look, it's very pro-laps. You see, you've got the colours of the rainbow.
Taste the rainbow,
more or less. Taste the rainbow. Here we go. They're all readying up now and ready to crack on. Flashes of the lights there from John Boy, I believe.
And yeah,
and
Laney's
better
just
not do a
rolling,
jump
just rolling.
start. No,
No, he didn't. He didn't roll enough. And old Daniel's got way down a little bit. As you can see, John Boy's going round the outside, right round the outside, down the
John
down
Boy,
the inside.
great start.
Yes, great start indeed. Laney gives him a nudge, throws him into the wall, just outbrake himself. Well, I'm hoping that's what happened. As Laney's into third, it's Daniel in second. Lutey McShootie's your man in front. He's made the best out of that start. As we see someone else going into the.
There.
Who was that? Andy or one of them in the yellow car?
Can't see right at the back now, so it's going to be John Boy maybe. John Boy's gone from first to last in 2 corners, Kelly. Wow.
Yes, indeed. That's horrendous for him. As we're still on board with Laney at the moment. In second place from Lutey McShootie. Dan is in third. Motoring Morgan, also in the green kind of livery, is in fourth place. And crucially, in front of Disco Racing Stu at the moment. Still all very close.
Let's see how they take this corner, mate.
Yes, indeed. We'll see what happens here. And Dan's looking on the outside of Laney. Is he going to... Oh, so close,
good.
so close.
That was clean driving from all of them there. Fair play to them.
Absolutely, yeah. That was nice and clean as they come through there. And they're all in very close company at the moment. Lutey McShootie's still holding them off. All the other guys just jostling for position at the moment as we go on board with Laney. So this is what it looks like. Yeah, on board with Laney. There we go. On Orthodubs is on our rear left corner. As you can see, Lutey McShootie just starting to lose the back end. That's perfectly normal in these cars. Pretty much every lap as they go round the parabolica and onto the next lap. Coming up to lap 3 already.
Absolutely. Let's see how Laney takes this corner with Lutey ahead of him. See if he managed to make a little bit of ground, because this corner. We've got Dan coming up. Here we go.
He's got his nose in front.
He's Dan going on the outside there. Great driving by Dan, very clean, giving everybody a bit of room. Yeah, some good driving there and respectful driving there by Laney, leaving Dan to now get second place. Let's see what Dan can do behind Lutey. Over to you.
Yes, Dan up into second place. He's used to being in second place in these Clios. He was the former Tier 2 runner-up, but having a lovely show in here, getting rid of some of his demons. Ended up on his roof in this race once before, and was a talking point and a laughing point for the Motive boys. Dear old Dan does get some stick, but he's going along quite nicely. I'm going to shut up talking about him, to be fair, before I commentators curse him.
Yeah, don't curse him. I'm just going back on the field. Going back on the field a little bit, Kelly. We're out to Motoring Morgan. He's the guy we've got to keep our eye on for these 40 or so laps.
Sorry there, Mark. I see that Laney has passed Dan just after we stopped talking about him. Those top 4 are still really close.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's not a massive curse. He's only behind. Oh, look at him right of the.
This is where the slipstream. Look.
Yeah, look at that.
So powerful, the slipstream. Look at that.
He's really got a good draft there. He got the double draft. Got the double draft. Here we go. Nice control there by Dan. I must have a little bit of attack there, I think.
With Laney.
Let's have a look. Nothing, mate. Just a love kiss, as Andy likes to say, or is it your man Dan who says the love kiss? So look at that. Oh my God. You can't get much closer than that, can you, Laney?
No, the only position after that is in the car.
Yeah, exactly. So, nice bit of braking coming on the inside here. Laney's having some fun here. Let's have a look at Dan, on the other side there. Go back to Laney, and he's sort of slipped in behind him now. I think we're going to see a bit of nice bit of on the curb driving there by Dan.
Perfectly normal for these cars. Perfectly normal.
Yeah,
as I said,
absolutely.
This will be every lap for these guys. Every single corner you'll be correcting these cars. Even with a good setup. I mean, I did a little bit of this the Tier 2 this year, and G gave me a setup, and even with a G setup, you can't keep these things in a straight line. They really just want to kick the back end all the time, as we're seeing very graphically.
Let's go on board with Laney and see what it looks like from the driver's point of view. So tight, so close. Look at this.
Yes, indeed. As Dan goes. Dan's going to go round Lutey McShootie on the outside. Laney just just watching to see what happens. Yeah, because he's going to get an opportunity in a minute. We're on board with Dan now.
This is great to see. This is great driving from three very, very capable drivers. Luty didn't do too well in the sprint. Clearly had some challenges with the rain and the snow, but he's certainly putting on a good show here. He was in with a shout, but here we go.
We're watching this on board as they're three abreast, we think, and it looks like Dan with a slight advantage. Laney's followed him through on Luty. Has he got down the inside of Luty as well? Looks like it. So it's Dan in front, Laney right behind him, and when I say right behind him, right behind him, and everyone else is there as well. And just looking at the championship here, Disco Stew is in front of Motor Morgan at the moment, but look at them all. They're like
fantastic driving, mate.
Yes, indeed. And who is in first now? I've no idea. Right, we'll find out as we get through this lot.
You're absolutely right.
Laney and Lucy are touching each other, not in any strange way, just rubbing door handles. And Daniel's in there as well. And Disco Racing Stew is now in third place. Lucy's gone backwards. So this is Clio's for you. They like this all the time. This is what I love about
Clio's, mate. This is what I absolutely love about Clio's. You know, I said I was going to drop myself from another championship for next season because I've got work and all this stuff to do. But I tell you what, I wouldn't mind doing a bit of this because look at this.
Yeah, well, as I said,
this is fascinating.
They are tricky cars. So
look at it.
Yeah,
One,
look
two,
at
three, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars.
Yeah.
Literally within spitting distance of each other. 3 abreast, almost 4 abreast. Everybody jostling for this corner. Laney really, oh wow, this is exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. And tell me anywhere in the world where you get a championship like this, you get racing like this. It's so incredibly close. I do feel that in a minute someone's going to trip over someone and we're going to have a huge accident. We really are, and then probably Bod will end up being first or something, you know, because they're so close. The great driving from everyone, and these cars are so incredibly tricky, as I keep saying, and I know I keep saying it, but they are. They do go all over the place. So to be in close quarters with so many other drivers is it's good racing from everyone. And
respectful driving, mate. Respectful driving. That's the beauty about Motive racing and decent leagues like Motive are.
And Motive and Simplay and people like that. This is what it's all about. If you want to get involved, if you want to go and crash into other people, go into the general lobbies with all the other Muppets and play banger cars in there. But if you want that feel of sim racing where you are actually simulating a professional race car driver, then get involved and join up, because it's great fun. Whatever your ability is, there's a place for everybody, and there's a championship for everyone. I mean, I jumped out with the Clios to commentate. I found them such hard work, so I found myself so incredibly frustrated. My missus said to me, "Why do you bother? Because you're so angry when you get out of these cars that you know, why are you doing it?" So I'm looking to do something a bit more planted, maybe Formula Renault in the future. I'm going to drop touring cars again to commentate.
Formula Renault. I'll be careful what you wish for. They are not planted at all. They are planted from one perspective, but from the other perspective, they are so sensitive. Speak to your man Dan. He knows. I'm a fan of. I mean, I've been playing this game, although I haven't been involved in sim racing. I've been playing this game for about 3 or 4 years, and since it came out in 2017, and I've always been a fan of the Formula Renault. So, but what car is planted, you know, without the traction control on, without the stability control, which is really the I can't drive, so press that button and switch that one on button. Right. Look at this, mate. Sorry to stop you. Sorry to stop you and your fantastic chat. We'll come back to what car is planted. I'll give you my opinion. But look at this, mate. We have now basically got 8 to 9 cars. We originally had about 4. Then it went to 5 and 6. Now we've basically got 9 cars.
Only G is the man at the back. Only G is the man at the back of this pack. So that's first to 9th. That's
unbelievable.
That's everyone from 1st to 9th in first place, pretty much.
1st to 9th in first place. And Laney, what are you doing, mate? You're holding them all up.
Yeah, he's playing the Jarno Trulli game and being the man in the way. But then so is everyone. Dan's up and down the order. Luti's up and down the order. Motoring Morgan is back up. He's 2 places now ahead of Disco Racing Stu. So that's the championship we're talking about here as well as. Oh look, they're all. It's just where do you look next, and what do you talk about next? You know, they're everywhere.
It's just amazing. I'm just flabbergasted by this, and I never get surprised. Yeah, I mean, Laney's pulled out a little bit of a gap, just over half a second. Maybe he's getting into a bit of the stride, and he's not caught up in this mire of all these.
And he's lost it! Oh no!
Finally,
Luty,
somebody's.
Was that Luty?
I think it was Luty. Yes, he's dropped back to 8th. You're correct, mate. And there we go. But he's still. Look, at the end of the day, we're 12 laps into 40 here, and anybody in this group can do it. So, but it wasn't a bad spin too much. He was in the opposite direction, but Laney could have been worse. Laney seems to have pulled out a little bit of a gap now. So we've got 9/800ths of a second. Motoring Morgan, he's in good spot now. I know it's early doors yet. He's in good spot for this now because, as I said to you, he's on 251 points, and behind him is Disco Stew's 241 points. So, and where's Disco? Disco's in the running in 5th at the moment. So, back to your point about which car is planted without putting all the bells and whistles on, right? Before Formula Renault kicked in, I really love the LMP2s. I tell you those cars are unbelievable because the aero they've got is fascinating. Go on, mate.
Well, Simplay are going to run a 2.4 hour round Le Mans, which I've signed up for, in the LMP2s.
Right.
So
I did hear you talking about this with Matt last week, and I am very interested in doing that. I'll need to work that out. I'll ask about that because I would love to do a 2.5 hour.
I don't believe that any date has been confirmed yet, but he's talking about a midweek, Wednesday and Thursday. That's of course over on Simplay. We're on Motive at the moment, but Simplay and as I said, me and Dan have both signed up for LMP2 in that particular race. So I've got to go out and do a bit of practice because I don't think I've done a lot of driving in the LMP2.
We did an LMP2, that was the last race of the LMP2 season at Le Mans, so I've got a good setup, if you want a good setup to to start off with.
If you can send that to me, that'd be great, thank you very much. So we'll see how it goes. As I say, probably, I must admit, probably the Formula Renault is my favourite car on the game, as you know, kind of general playing of the game. So we'll see what happens. I'm certainly dropping touring cars because Dan's setting up a new season for touring cars after this weekend, and he wants me to commentate for him. So it's probably the best place I could be in the touring cars.
I might, depending on who's going to be on the commentator roster for that, because if I'm holding my hands like I'm praying it. If I win the championship next Sunday, I may bow out and not defend it.
You've got to defend it.
And do you reckon?
Yeah, I think you have. Yeah, I think if I was champion, I'd want to defend it if I felt confident. It's going to be. Well, I better not give it away. Actually, Daniel has told me the tracks that it's going to be. But I better not give it away just in case he wants to keep it as a secret.
Just for a minute. Keep it between.
I'll keep it.
I haven't signed the NDA yet, so the non-disclosure agreement has not been signed with Dan yet.
No, look at these two.
You should know then. Look at that.
Look at these two. Sorry to cut in on you and Martin there,
it's
but Motoring Morgan is all over the back of Laney. Laney went to the very tight inside wall to try and break the slip. I think Motoring Morgan's going to be lucky.
He's got the best of him, mate.
Yes,
he's got the best of him.
Yeah, but we go to this left right-hander next, and it looks like Morgan's done it. Motoring Morgan is up into first place, still very tight from third backwards. The only G's up into fourth behind Dan. Andy's in that mix as well. So Motive staff in third, fourth, and fifth at the moment. Nobody's gone into the pits yet that I've seen. We have. My missus is punching me in the back saying that we have had some. Who went into the pits? Do you know? Number 13. Shoulders. Shoulders went
We'll
into
have to keep
apparently
looking
shoulders.
out for the next people, yeah.
Yeah, so,
I'll keep my eye out for that. Thank you to your missus for actually... She's doing a better job than me and you, mate.
Well, she's not chatting rubbish. She's actually watching the stream. So instead of talking rubbish about cars and setups and
Bullseye.
Bullseye. Lovely smashing, great.
Lovely smashing, great. Don't get nothing for 2 in the bed.
Yeah, absolutely. And the late great Bruce Forsyth as well.
Oh, bless him. He was outstanding, wasn't he? Let's be honest.
Yeah,
what a
proper
man.
entertainer, that man. Yeah, absolutely.
Wasn't he?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Right to the end as well, with Strictly and all that.
on Strict. Not that I watch Strictly because I've got a life, but he was on Strictly for years, and right up to the end as well. Fantastic career over many decades. Hugely missed is Brucey.
Yeah, definitely, mate. They're flashing away from Laney there.
Yeah,
he's obviously a fan. He's a fan of Brucey as well.
Obviously, wants a Brucey bonus, doesn't he? For sure. As the only G has a crack at Daniel down the straight. Is going to make it stick. I don't know. Probably. Yeah.
Absolutely, and the G has come. Yeah, you said the G has come into third place. He must have listened to me about being a mentor to all those other drivers out there and show them what he's capable of. Come on, there's always a race there, G. You got to keep doing it, mate. Absolutely.
Either that or he's found second gear. I don't know, but he's certainly coming alive in this race. But again, look, the top. Where are we? All the way back down. They're all close again. Who are we down to? Lewis Rocker?
You're right.
Look at
He's
these
in that group.
Oh, they're all in the slip.
I know. Oh my God. Let's have a look at this.
It's going to be 3 abreast as they come down.
Who's going to break? Morgan. Here we go.
G's going right round the outside. Can he make it stick from out there?
That man, look at him.
Look, he's gone right round the outside of them all. How has he just done that?
He must have more than 2 Weetabix a day, that man.
We said it earlier. He's such a talented guy. He's just gone. I mean, these guys have been fighting for position with each other for the past 20 laps, and G just drives around the outside of them like they're not there, like he's got another 100 horsepower over the lot of them, all different tyres. And I mean, I've driven. I said that when I drove the Clios in Tier 2, he gave me his setup, or he told me it was his setup. There's no miracle cure. He's not doing anything. He hasn't got any special setup that these other guys haven't got. He's just that good, which is so annoying.
It is so annoying, mate. I totally agree with you.
Bit of argy-bargy behind.
We say that he is human.
Yeah, and he's obviously got. He's obviously listening. He got a little bit big-headed, and then he come off.
Focus, mate. Focus.
Chink in his armour.
Well, you want to basically, when the Formula 1 drivers talk back to pit and they say certain things. Have you listened to the stuff on Kimi's top 10 on YouTube?
Kimi Räikkönen is an absolute legend. I mean, he can be so funny with just one word, can't he? You know what I mean? He's just so dry, so funny. Yeah, and likes to party, does Kimi.
Does he? I didn't know that.
He likes to drink, does Kimi. Apparently, I'm not a personal friend of Kimi.
Sorry to interrupt, mate. Look at this! Laney. Laney's lost it.
Oh, he held on to that for so long.
Someone's spun him round. G's gone.
I think that was Disco Racing Stew as well. Was it?
That was.
Oh, it might not have been. It could have been.
No, Disco. Oh, interesting. Look, Disco's now into second place.
Yes, he is.
Put himself in front of Motoring.
Yeah.
Don't forget what I said. You've got Disco needs to be 10 points ahead of Motoring. So if Disco keeps his head in this, if I don't want to tempt fate for nobody, the old commentators curse. But let's see what happens. We're only halfway through now.
Yes, and all to play for. And look at the man out front. Daniel's the man out front with a 2-second lead now after all the chaos.
Wow.
Come off him, Martin. Come off, Martin.
Yes, I'm off him. I'm off him. He's
that's
gone.
it. Look at these guys back here, because they're the ones having the race for sure. These guys in a championship here, Motoring Morgan and Disco Stew are fighting for this second place in the championship.
Look at it. It's tight.
Very tight indeed with these guys. But yeah, going back to Kimi Räikkönen, apparently he likes a bit of a drink, does Kimi Räikkönen. He likes to party, and apparently he's absolutely hilarious when you party with him.
Well, he is
so
Finnish at the end of the day. He is Finnish, and the Finns love their vodka, being so close to Russia.
Don't we?
I'm a fan.
Actually,
I don't mind vodka, to be honest. I don't mind vodka. I normally have one on a plane, actually, with vodka and Coke.
Yeah. My drink of choice,
I'll
that
drink
one,
anything,
vodka.
mate. Is it fair play to you?
Yeah,
do you put it in the fridge? Do you put it in the freezer?
No, God, no. No.
You can do.
You can
do. It's one of the one that it doesn't freeze. Vodka doesn't freeze if you put it in the freezer.
I stick it in the expansion tank in my car. No problems with that freezing up, not a problem at all. Let's say Kimi does.
Andy's come into third. He's been playing it quiet. He's been playing it quiet for a bit, and he's definitely another one of those talents to be reckoned with. Just behind Luton McShooty.
Yes, indeed, and we've still got a pit stop for most of these guys, from what we understand. Probably on the shoulders.
I've not seen hardly anyone come in.
As we say that, that's Laney's coming into the pits.
He wants some clean air, maybe, because of the issue he had before. So let's quickly watch Laney do, I assume, what will be a quick pit stop, a splash and dash. Probably not even a splash. There you go. And the guys are saying go, and he's not going, but they're going. He's going now. There, and he comes down to the pit lane. Let's see him come out. See where John Boy's coming down the straight now. Should get out in front of Laney, I'd have thought, with the. No, Laney's come out and just going to be close though.
Right in with them there. Right in with them.
Yeah, he's got it. He's got it. He should be alright. Oh, hang on.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, he's on. Go on.
That minute or so when you come out the pits and the tyres have cooled off a little bit, I say not that they ever get warm on these Clios, but that half lap where it's all on your screen, it looks like your tyres are in exactly the same place as when you went in the pits, but they're usually not, are they, Martin?
No, it was actually interesting. I think it might have been listening to whoever commentated at the touring cars on Sunday. I think it was Matt and somebody else, and he did mention, I came out in front of Avu Alonso. We were both fighting for third place, and Matt did say when you come out of the pits, you will basically have slightly colder tyres rather than stickier tyres as you come in. That's the beauty about this game. It is a true sim. They've developed this game unbelievably. So many little things that affect the capability of the car. Things like coming into the pits and cooling the tyres down. It's such a great game.
Yes, it is, and I mean, taking into consideration this game is now 4 years old, nearly 5 years old, and the new platform of the PS5 very much on the market, because you're a man yourself who has one. I'm sure that Project Cars 4, that Slightly Mad Studios will hopefully make an absolute blinder. I mean, if this is what they can do, with a game that's 4 years old, imagine what they can do now with a more powerful console as well. So I look forward to Project 4 being epic, absolutely epic.
Yeah, no, definitely, mate, and I'll look forward to that myself as well, mate. And I'll be racing you on a track sometime soon when Project Cars 4 comes out.
Absolutely, and that's when I'll step up and buy a 5 console, probably when we get a good sim on there.
I've dropped a load of games on PlayStation. To me, it's all about sim racing now. It's interesting. I think this lockdown thing has renewed my love in sim. and joining Motive Racing has taken it to another level. You know, meeting people like you and Dan and making new friends in the Prolapse team who I'd never met before, just randomly met Ben and Nikki and Darren, who's Civic. A bunch of absolute madmen.
Yes,
Seriously.
yes, indeed. I've absolutely no doubt about that. So, still close company on track. We have a quick talk about. Look, still second place is still anybody's.
Yeah.
Liquid Shooting, Motoring Morgan. All these guys are all in this battle here. Still, well, Dan is 4 seconds up the road. As Motoring Morgan goes
Someone's
into
just
the
gone
pits.
in.
Yeah,
Morgan's
there's Morgan.
gone in.
Yeah, he's gone in to do his mandatory pit stop. Everyone's got to do one. And this is where things can go wrong very quickly. And watch the project mechanics. Look, see how quick they change the headlight. They can't do tyres, right? They're not very good at anything else, to be fair. But headlights, they are absolutely demon at. Look at that. Faster than Halfords. Way faster than them.
Absolutely.
You know, for headlights.
Absolutely.
So that's Motoring Morgan pit stop over
Let's
and done with.
Let's see if Laney comes out in front of Motoring Morgan.
Yeah, that's what we're going to see. Yeah, so there's Morgan.
No, Motoring Morgan's no, it's close.
Oh no, it's right side by side, look. Oh, side by side. Oh, and somebody getting squirrely there behind him as well, whoever's in that mix as well. So John Boy yet to pit, so don't get too excited about him being in front of these guys. Motoring Morgan and Laney were up at the sharp end of this race, so they've pitted now. So it shows you how close things are still, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely, mate. And even though Laney had that little spin, he's not lost more than 2 seconds really. So all to play for, as you said, Kelly. We're going to see. I think we're going to see an amazing last 5, 10, 2, 3, 1 laps. You know, when you go down to the last lap, it's going to be, you know, everybody's going to go for it.
Yes, indeed. Still close racing. And look at the state of it. I was going to say, it looks like a kettle drum, doesn't it? It looks like you play a tune on that. You know,
absolutely.
Not that there's very much on the Clio that's metal these days. They're mostly all plastic. They're all plastic front end and been plastic now for about the last 2 or 3 models. So there isn't an awful lot that's metal on the Clio these days. But certainly that one's
his pit.
Andy in the
just
pits.
to cut across.
Yeah,
there he goes. Quick stop, straight out again. There we go. There he's off.
Yeah, he starts moving before the lollipop's lifted. That's how it goes. As we're on board with John Boy again, who's leading this group of 4. The 2 in the middle are really at the sharp end because they've done their pit stop. Where's Andy in relation to these guys?
Andy
drops
is already
behind.
out.
Yeah, he was behind anyway, wasn't he? He was behind
Motoring
Morgan.
Right. There you go. Yeah.
I think Laney's done some.
Back.
I think Laney's done some sensible laps. You know, while he's been, because he had that little spin, didn't he? And he went back a little bit, but I think he's done some quick laps to get himself back into contention. Really,
I agree.
Because Motoring Morgan was right at the sharp end. Andy was in the mix as well. So. And who's this? Melted Dazzler's the next one.
Dazzler. Yeah, he's not in the shout. He came 3rd in the sprint, so good race in the sprint. It's probably in the mid pack here, I would say. But then again, the mid pack is the front pack. You know how close it is, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah.
There you go. Let's go back on with Laney. Is this bunch of 4 all fighting for coming into the first corner?
Yes, indeed.
If you watch the. Sorry to interrupt. You can see the changes. Laney a little bit squiffy there. Yeah. I'm just looking at the changes in the positions on the leaderboard. I mean, it's literally just moving around like you wouldn't believe because you know. Especially when they're coming down the straight, it's almost like 3 people suddenly take over each other as they're coming down the straight.
Yeah.
So. Sorry, I interrupted, mate.
No, not at all. I wasn't saying anything particularly exciting at that point. In fact, I don't even remember what it was. So still a lot of guys to pit yet. Daniel's got himself some clear air. It's now 5 seconds. Got himself into a groove. 5 seconds in front of Lucy Machuti, who's very close All the tops are very. Look at these guys,
look at
so
this.
incredibly close to each other. As they come down across to complete another lap with 32 laps in, only 8 laps to go. Still a lot of pit stops as one of them has a bit of a tank slapper into that turn 1. But Laney is the man heading up this group at the moment. Oh, as he goes, was that Laney?
Who's that?
I don't know, but then he went right off the track.
Laney. But
I don't know
again,
what that was all about, but that was, he went flying right off the track. Then I don't know.
He's still in with it at the end of the day. He was came off lucky there because he's pointing in the right direction, which, let's be honest, we've all come off the track, and how many times do we end up pointing in the opposite direction?
Too often, and then trying to work out how a gearbox works just to get reverse. Done that so many times, sitting there going,
exactly.
My hands going mad trying to get reverse.
That's right. It's like, get into first. So not too much of a bad one. So he's got a little bit of work to catch back out, but it won't take long. And is now in this group, so Motoring is now ahead in this group of 4 that we had previously, and the G, I think, has yet to pit. You're right. I
think everybody from Bod upwards is still to pit. I think
you're
Daniel's
right.
Daniel's probably in the box seats because he's got that little bit of a buffer out front, but Motoring Morgan could end up really anywhere. Right up to second, I reckon. As I said, I think Daniel's got that buffer at the moment with that 5-second gap. Of course, as he doesn't mess up the pit stop, that is.
Let me get off the screen with Dan.
Get off
don't want to jinx him. Don't want to jinx him.
Don't want him to end up on his roof.
Absolutely.
So Luty.
Go on, mate.
Luty in second. These guys still in close company. Motoring Morgan's in good shape here to be the to have second place at the moment in the race and in the championship the way he's going, as we see G goes into the pits. I believe only G's in the pits.
G's in the pits,
going to do his
let's see
mandatory
where he
pit
comes
stop.
out. Let's see where he comes out amongst that group from Motoring Morgan down, I would say, because you're right, because Bod was in last place, so he's let's have a look. So Motoring Morgan, they're coming round the Parabolica. I think G could come out in front of this group, mate.
He could well do.
Look, they're only just coming out of the Parabolica now, right? So he's been on
G's got to get up to speed. He's going to come off the pit limiter. I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's going to be tight. Going to be very tight. As they all go past him. Right. They get past him. So Motoring Morgan still on his way, but John Boy hasn't pitted yet, has he? Don't know, has he? Did he pit
I
early?
think he has.
No.
I think he does. He not?
I'm not sure. My missus is shaking her head saying that he hasn't. I'm not 100% sure.
She's keeping us together.
She does that in life as well. Keeps me on the straight and narrow. So
bless her.
Bless her heart. So who's is that Disco Stu in the pits?
Disco Stu is in the pits. Yes, absolutely.
And away again.
He was the one in contention. Not contention, I'm saying with potential to win this, but let's have a look. He's not going to get in front of this gaggle of 6 or so cars, so he's going to be going on. Let's have a look.
Oh, he's a bit closer.
No, he's going to come behind them. Behind them, So here we are. We have now
got
this lot again.
Here we go again. Isn't it?
I told you, didn't I? 5 laps from the end, mate. It's going to be a tussle between this group of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As Dan's in. This is the interesting one.
Oh, he's not actually changing tyres, is he?
Is he?
I don't know. I saw some tyres moving.
Think so. Maybe they changed maybe changed the rears.
I don't know. I saw some tyres moving. Let's hope not, because that will cost him like mad. As this lot come round the Parabolica.
I think he's going to be fine, mate. To be honest, by looks of. He's going to be fine, mate. Here he goes.
Here he goes. Dan, they're all coming.
Look at that.
There's like 30,000 cars behind you. Drive for your life, my friend. But don't drop it on those cold tyres a minute, right? But everyone else is coming like 7 abreast behind you. So
you know what, mate? I reckon if he did, we'll have to ask him when he finishes. If he did change those rear tyres,
yeah.
He
look
did
at all
that,
this lot behind him. Sorry,
that.
Martin. Look at the lot behind him. Look at them all.
I know, I'm going to go back to that now. Sorry,
Yeah.
Dan, I'm going to go back because I don't want to be on you anyway. I don't want to give you the curse.
Yeah.
So you've got Andy, who's leading this group of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drivers with Laney directly. Laney's still sort of in there, got in front of motoring.
I mean, any one of these guys could come second place, can't they? Any one of them.
Definitely. It's going to be interesting to see that.
John Boy's gone down to 8th. Has he dropped off this pack, or has he done his pit stop while we were... so who's... where are... Oh, so no, sorry, I beg your pardon. That's... He's...
Don't know, I'm going
yeah,
bumper,
he's in there somewhere.
I'm going bumper.
Yeah. As we're on board with
just-
Motoring Morgan, who's chasing Andy down now, who's... all over the shop, and as I said, these Renaults, they just slide all over the place.
Look at
and
this.
who's that just got past? Motoring Morgan?
It's John Boy. John Boy's
Boy.
in front of Laney here now.
Yeah.
And beside him is Disco Stew and
Thanks
another
for coming
car.
across. Thanks for coming across, Laney. We've got a great view there. Thanks for that. We can see who was there. So yeah,
That.
yeah.
So tight. Right, I'm going to go back to trackside in last dying laps of this race. Here they are again.
Yes, indeed. 2 guys still out front who haven't stopped yet. They're going to have to stop.
John Boy must have stopped.
He must have done, yeah. So he's right in this mix, isn't he? He must have stopped early. Unless he's going to stop this lap. Because those who haven't stopped need to stop this lap, or they're going to be disqualified.
You're right. We'll see. Because Bod is...
Yeah, Bod is in second. DeHuis Rocker is it in first?
DeHuis Rocker, they've got to pit now.
He's gone in the pits.
DeHuis has come in.
Yeah, he's come in. So Bod's going to have to. Yeah. We'll see if John Boy peels into the pits or not. If not, it's going to be a last lap sprint for these guys.
Here he is.
1 to do.
Doing the business.
1 to do.
I'm coming off him.
Yeah.
I'm coming off him, but I'll get him on the exit of Parabolica.
Yeah.
On
So
the next
look,
lap.
this is everyone. John Boy must. He hasn't gone in the pit, so he must have pitted. Yeah, absolutely. So this is it. This is all the race for second place and for the championship, because Motoring Morgan's in there, and so's Disco Stew. In fact, everyone's in there.
Motrins. This is look at this, mate.
Yeah.
We're going to have to do some maths on this. We've got Disco in 5th. We've got Motoring in 9th. That now flips it round, mate. Is that 10 points between 5th and 9th? I'd have to check the numbering.
We better
Look
jump
to
jump to Daniel. Is he's coming round
Jumping
the last
to Daniel.
corner?
Here he comes. The cameraman is flashing away.
This is going to be
Fair play,
redemption for him. He had a shocking race here where he ended up on the rim.
Here he goes.
This is going to be redemption. He's very happy with this one.
Well done, Dan.
Don't showboat too much, Dan, and go and drop it. Your winner, unorthodox.
Now let's go back.
Oh my God! Oh no, we gone round and
we should have gone. We should have seen that. Oh no, I was distracted by Dan's flashing lights, mate. You should have been showboating. Look at that.
Second place. Disco Stew ends up 3rd on the podium.
Oh my God, I missed that.
Yeah.
Sorry for the viewers. I missed that last. We got the tail end of the crash there.
Yeah, yes, indeed. We had the tail dying seconds of that as they all went over the line pretty much together. But it's down with the win. Andy came second. Disco Stew is in 3rd with G in 4th. The screen will come up in front of me and I'll just finish off that top 10 for you. The only G ended up in 4th. Laney was in 5th. Good comeback. Shoulders in 6th. Motoring Morgan ends up 7th, and I hope you're just frantically doing the maths there for us.
I will do that for you. I will do that for
Martin.
you now, if you don't mind. Yes, I'm doing that for you now, mate. Carry on talking.
Brilliant. John Boy is in 8th. Looty but Shooty ended up 9th, and Emo Guy in 10th place is the way that they finished. Only G we know is the championship winner for Clio Cups this time round. We know that. We're just trying to work out with a bit of mathematics
who's come second.
With Martin's on his abacus. right now.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not taking into consideration fastest laps because I'm just going to do a rough thing, and obviously the adjudicators will give more details.
I think Andy had the fastest. No, it's only G had the fastest lap. I think.
So 17 points to Motoring Morgan for 7th place, and Disco Stew in 3rd place gets 27. OMG. That is a swing of 10 points, which was the gap that they had. Right, so it is down to fastest laps. So, Disco Stew, go on, mate.
Well, yeah, fastest lap was done by the only G, I think. So no point for the fastest lap.
No point for that.
It might be count back on results then. If we have, and the maths is correct, and we have a tie for 2nd place, it may be a count back on race results then.
Yes, and I can tell you, based on race results, if it's done on wins, again, I'm just making assumptions here, I don't know how the guys do it, but based on wins, if it is down to wins, Motoring Morgan has had 1 win this season, he's had 2 seconds, and Disco has had no wins and no seconds but 2/3. So let's see. It's going to be all down to the man with the biggest abacus, said the actress to the bishop.
Yes, yes, indeedy. A big abacus. Yes. I'm just wondering if the only G's going to join us any second now and might be able to throw some light on it. He might be doing the mathematics as well. Oh, G's there. Do you know the outcome, G? The championship results? No, he hasn't done the maths either. To be fair, he has just jumped out of a car, so you know.
Yeah. He's multitasking.
I don't even remember the results from the sprint race. So.
Well, I've got it. I've worked it all out, G. It's basically between. I mean, you clearly won, obviously, but we'll forget about you for a sec. But literally in 2nd place, it's going to be between Motoring Morgan and Disco Stew. There was a swing of 10 points after the sprint. Motoring was 10 points ahead, and then it swung. Close. And then it swung back 10 points at the end of the feature.
So it's tied. Oh
so it looks like it's tied at 268 points, both on 268 points. I don't know how you adjudicate from that.
So yeah, possibly on countback is what we're thinking, and race results on countback. We'll it would be nice just to finish off this stream with an answer to that one. Just looking in the comments before we finish off, Dahuis Rocker said, did I just do a Dan? Yeah, you ended up on your roof. And Dan saying yes, with lots of S's on the end of it. Yes, indeed, Daniel, that was a cracking good race. I wonder if we can get Daniel on stream just for a few words before we sign off this evening. Because that'd be really nice. Redemption, says Daniel. Yeah, I said that one on the stream. Redemption for him with his his roof incident in Tier 2 when he was in there. We're just. Are you doing the maths, G, or you just? No, you're not.
Any words? Any words, G? I mean, you've won the championship, another championship. God knows how many more gold medals we can put against your name in the Discord channel. It's going to be the longest name in the world. So, any words on how the season went for you in this? Anything different? Have you won previous Clio's championships before? Sorry, I don't know that.
I've won a couple, but Morgan's been the other one. He's won a few as well.
Right, are you still on stream? Are you on? Sorry, Martin. Can the folks at home hear you, G?
Yeah.
They can. Right. Okay. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay. But well done, G. Well done, G. Fantastic work.
That's the best Clio race I've ever had. I think
it was very entertaining to watch. So close. So close. Anybody could have won that. Anybody at all. It was very close racing, and the Clios do throw this kind of racing up. They are really, really good for this kind of tight, close racing. So it's been a very close season all the way through, and thoroughly enjoyable to watch. As we said, G with us at the moment with another title under his belt. Trophy cabinet must be massive at home there in the virtual world. We're
gonna run out of cloud storage.
Yeah, absolutely. For all those trophies you got in cloud storage. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's the way of the world, isn't it? First world problems. How much storage you got for your trophies. Brilliant stuff. So we still believe that that the ODG was the winner. We know that. That's for sure. Winner of the championship. We're still unsure if it's Motoring Morgan or Disco Racing Stu. We believe that they're tied on points, and if results are to be counted back on result wins, race wins and placings, it should be Motoring Morgan who is your second place, which would make Disco Racing Stu your third place man in the championships. If you want to get involved in the next lot of Clios, and I think Martin, our ex-Mart, is going to sign up for this one, I think, aren't you, Martin?
Yeah, I think I
maybe.
might do.
Yeah, maybe so. If you fancy it, then get over to motiveracing.com, get on the Facebook, on the Instagram and all the rest of it. You can sign yourselves up to be part of the Clios. The new Clio season starts early part of next month, early March time, so keep an eye on all the social media and all the rest of it. A couple of other championships are going to be concluded this week. I don't do the weekend stint, so I don't really know what's going on there, but Touring Cars is the last race of the season this weekend on Sunday night. I'll be involved in that one, but I won't be near the sharp end. Good luck to you, Mark, because you've got a chance of winning this one on Sunday night, so good luck.
Coming for you there, Martin.
Thanks guys, have a great one, and thanks ever so much for the stream, Kelly. Loved working with you tonight.
My pleasure, Martin. Always a pleasure to chat with you. We always have a laugh, and always bring up some retro stuff like Bullseye and stuff like that. We've got Andy's just joined us. Andy, second place. That was all right, wasn't it?
Yeah, the end of the race was a bit chaotic.
It was a bit.
Sort of went three wide at the end. I could see John Boy and Luty on either side of me.
Yeah.
And there was no way I was backing out. I had to run. I was coming down the middle, and I saw that each of them were sort of closing the door, but there was no way I was backing out of that one. I don't know whether or not they're. So before they seemed in pretty good spirits about it. So
there's some comments on the stream that the Whois Rocker a couple of horrible races, and it said he did a dance, so I think he ended up on his roof at the end. That's what kind of crazy race though, Andy, don't you think? It was
pretty much Dan got that lucky break. All the rest of us were trying to work together, and you know what? It was just a bit of a mess but it was funny because we were all trying to catch up to him, and at points it was like we were all trying to get in the slipstream and work together, and then there were other points where everyone was trying to race each other. No one really wanted to play ball. We couldn't figure out what we were doing, so it was just
What happened at the end, Andy? We were watching Dan come over the line. What happened at the end where there was a bit of a tussle with the two cars? Did you see that? Did you see that?
So yeah, I had the run on. That was me. I had the run on Luty and John Boy, and I was going to try and pick up second. I had the momentum to get second by driving past them, but each of them sort of closed the door on each other. I don't think they realised I was coming down the middle, and it caused a little bit of a pile up, which I might have been the catalyst of, but
racing incident. It's all fun.
Robin's racing.
I believe it's. Well, no, I believe that I had the middle lane. I don't think either of them saw me, but I had the run. I wasn't going to back out of that one. I was already alongside.
Yeah, so. It's the last lap, just coming over the line. You know.
That's your story, and you're sticking to it, my honour.
Yeah, that's my case.
Yeah. Really good racing though.
I'm just looking forward to Sunday with the touring cars though, Martin.
Definitely, mate. We're all in with a shot. There's probably, I was looking at it, probably 4 to 5 drivers in with a shot of winning that championship, which makes it exciting, right? Let's be honest, right?
Oh yeah.
It's going to be everybody. I'm going to be putting in a bit of practice. Me and Noel Delaney, we're doing our practice together, let's looking forward to that immensely.
Yeah. Well, we're all in on that one, aren't we? Every one of us here. I think Dan, Andy, G, yourself, Martin, myself. We're all on that one. So that'll be an interesting end to the season on Sunday night. So do join us for that one. Just to put an end to this one this evening, another great Clio championship. Looking forward to another championship coming up very soon. As I said, you can sign up at motiveracing.com. Is that Daniel just joined us?
Redemption, boys.
Yeah, I heard somebody grunt and it sounded like my son, so it must be Daniel. Let me be the first to congratulate you, Daniel. That was a hell of a race, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, whatever that noise was. Yeah, absolutely. You know,
I went from hating Monza to loving it.
Yes, indeed. Redemption, as you said, because it all went pretty badly for you at the end of last season, didn't it? When you ended up up on your roof, and I
thought that nearly happened at the start.
Yeah, I mean, it was such a crazy race and so entertaining to watch. It was, you were in the fight at the sharp end all the way through. Just managed to gap the rest of the pack, which really made your advantage. And we kept jumping off you on the stream, on the commentary, so we didn't curse your race. But kept your head down, kept it clean. Good win, Dan.
Cheers. I feel so good. At least I got one win this season, and ironically, is
that really your first win this season? Wow, that's
Cleos, yes.
In the Cleos, yeah, got it, mate. Yeah.
This is how competitive this tier is. Like, seriously, there's no other competition like it. It literally could have been any one of us could have taken that race win.
You're right.
Just got lucky.
You're right.
I got very lucky, and as soon as I broke the pack, that was it. They couldn't catch me.
When you see the stream back down and you see how many cars were together, with 9 cars literally coming down the straight, all coming into that first corner, it was amazing to watch. Fantastic racing.
Awesome. I loved every minute of it.
Yes, indeed. Congratulations, Dan. Right, I think we need to sign off this night, otherwise we'll end up chatting all the way to touring cars on Sunday night otherwise. Gentlemen, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, Martin, for being here in the comm box with me. Thanks to everyone who's taking part. There's lots of racing going on still this week. Motive take a break for a couple of nights. Simplay for the next couple of nights. Get involved with Simplay Motorsport. Find them on YouTube. I'm back with Matt at Simplay Thursday night commentating on the GT3s, aren't they? And a lot of these guys are racing that one, so look out for all the usual characters on Thursday night in the pros at Sim Racing. Motive is back on Friday night, and someone's going to prompt me with what? Formula Renault GT5 maybe?
Exactly
F1.
that.
F1 is it? Friday night?
Formula 1
Friday night. So join in for that. Saturday night is Formula Renault, yeah, Formula Renault. Sunday nights, yeah. Thank you very much. And touring cars.
Wednesday is actually ACC multi-class.
Sorry, Wednesday ACC multi-class. There's so much to watch. Tune in, Motive Racing. Just leave your laptop on. Right, on YouTube, on Motive Racing. That's probably the easiest way. You won't miss any of the action. From me and everyone from Motive Racing, enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you, everybody, and good night. Thank you.
Good night.
Bye. Are we clear?
I think so, yeah. The intro's come up now.
Whew.
Yes!
You got lucky in that race then, but you did amazingly, to be fair. Like, to hold on to that lead when we were all coming for you. You did amazing.
Fair play, Dan.
Fuck.
Oh, my mic was muted, I was speaking! Oh man, okay.
Dear.
What did you say?
Good. I said good job, Dan, and great commentary from Kelly and Mark.
I loved it. I love working with Kelly. He's such a laugh, and we definitely bounce off each other really well. And long may that continue. I've really enjoyed doing the commentary, guys. So thanks for giving me the opportunity.
Yeah, no worries.
Awesome, mate. No, if you're up for carrying on, mate, we can always do.
Oh yeah, definitely, 100%, mate.
Ideal. That sounds perfect.
Lovely, smashing, great.
Yeah, bullseye.
What a load of trivia shit that we talk about, honestly, isn't it?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Martin. It's always a pleasure to have you on board.
Yeah, same
here,
mate.
Can you end the stream, please?
You what?
End the stream. Go to share.
Yeah, hang on, 2 secs. I've got to find my controller again now, because I haven't had to play race director, have I? So it's been plugged in. Share, broadcast settings. What do I? Hang on.
Oh, gee, are you any closer to that track list for next season's clears?
I haven't even started.